Randi Stevens began her Mary Kay business in 1974 and debuted as a sales director in 1976. She has led her unit to a unit club 37 times. I know, amazing. And this is her 18th appearance in the Circle of Excellence. She's been in the top 10 of her seminars 6 times, and this is her 2nd time to be the runner-up to the Queen. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome independent, future executive senior sales director, and my beautiful friend, Randi Stevens.
Oh my, how exciting to be here. I would like to recognize my incredible unit for their great achievement of being number 2 unit of the Sapphire Seminar for the 2nd year in a row. Truly, to God be the glory. Our unit has grown this year, and congratulations to Joy Jenks and Michelle Paulson for reaching the National Queen's Court of Sales for the first time. Your choices and actions are inspiring the others to follow your lead, and we know many more Queen's Court people will come this year. I would also like to thank Mary Kay for the opportunity, and also Julia Wilson and Ravi of Sapphire for their amazing support and belief. I have been building my business with Mary Kay for over 41 years. What a journey of lessons, growth, and blessings. I am the daughter of a Norwegian immigrant. My father was self-employed as a tool engineer, and he was a one-man shop in our basement. I saw him daily carve out a living for a family of 5, working 6 to 7 days a week. Since he was independent, he took all the jobs that were too difficult or that needed more engineering than a normal tool shop would like to do. I saw him plan, I saw him work and retool over and over until he succeeded in producing the desired results. His primary concern was the accomplishment, not how long it took him to produce the end result. Now, my mother, she was the people person who would give the shirt off her back. No one was a stranger. She ran a very tight ship and made all our clothes. My mom, she was the nurturer. My dad, he was the provider. When Mary Kay found me, I was single, pursuing a master's degree in music in which I had been trained, nurtured, and had performed at since the age of 4. Approaching graduation, I was already concerned about my future success within a tight job market, as well as my lack of belief in myself and my tendency to compare myself to others. Mary Kay was a breath of fresh air and ignited my entrepreneurial spirit from my father. It gave me hope and vision. It also ignited a winning spirit of a leader, which was nurtured and developed in Mary Kay. Before, I had been afraid to speak to others. However, Mary Kay brought out my mother's attributes, to care about others and to forget about myself. Confidence came with knowledge and experience. I learned from each party that I did. Mary Kay's marketing plan and program, which gave each consultant a coach, a director, to assist them to grow, learn, and succeed, was just brilliant. I understood the value of having a teacher as well as the value of repetition to perfect my skills. 2 months into my career, my first big event took place in New York, where I met beautiful women who seemed to have something that I wanted. They had confidence, success, and belief in themselves. Some had incredible husbands that believed in them and supported them by attending the Jamboree. My first goal was to find me one. It took me 2 years. I met him on a blind date through a client. Our second date was my debut as a director. 2 months after that, we were engaged. 4 months later, Carl and I were married. After his graduation, he moved me to Decatur, Indiana, and we began our life in a small 2-bedroom apartment. This was perfect. 1 bedroom for us and 1 bedroom for my office. 2 months later, oh no, I am pregnant. I went to Carl after our baby was born and things were getting really tight in this apartment. And I said, honey, I think we're ready for a house. He said, absolutely no. I said to him, how much can we afford, and I will find us one. Voila, a house. Now, there were 2 problems. One, this was not the house of my dreams. It was the house we could afford. See, the way Carl and I work is Carl paid the necessities. I, through my business, always paid the niceties. We needed furniture, which definitely was a nicety. My vision, number 2, my vision instilled by Mary Kay was to dream. I knew I wanted to live in a large historical home. So it made sense to me to buy large furniture that would fit in this visionary home. That meant antiques. So first, there was a sofa, then a round oak table, then 4 oak chairs, furniture for the baby's room, then a large double oak bookcase, then a huge oak corner cupboard that we really had no place for it to go. I think you got the picture. All were Mary Kay goals. Now, I'm going to have another child, and we only have 3 bedrooms. We're running out of room with all these large pieces of furniture. We need another house. Now, Carl was not excited because he's very conservative, but I told him, this is not the house, we are not living in the house of my dreams. Let us buy the house of my dreams, and I will be inspired to work. So, what do I want? 4 bedrooms, oak woodwork, oak staircase, exposed staircase, stained glass windows, fireplace, must have a dishwasher. Okay, let's get looking. I ran the realtors crazy for 2 years. They were not listening to me. I needed a dining room that had a corner for my corner cupboard. They just wanted me to sell the corner cupboard. You know, Mary Kay always said, if you can visualize it and you're willing to work for it, you can have it. So I just put a big ad in the paper. Antique-oriented family looking for 2 to 3 story home with, yep, you got it, oak woodwork, oak staircase, 4 bedrooms, fireplace, stained glass windows, and must have dishwasher. The owners of our home called because they said, "I think you're describing our home." They didn't even have it on the market. They were just thinking about downsizing until they saw our ad. The rest is history. What dream can you put out there that can come to fruition through visualization and disciplined hard work? Now our next adventure begins. Carl is caught in a downsizing. He was fearful what would happen to our family. I just kicked my business in gear and made up the rest, and was glad that I had worked my business diligently prior to that unfortunate event. Carl pleasantly found out we did not skip a beat financially, since Mary Kay, you can make as much money as you need and desire. After being caught again in a downsizing and the instability of his career for 2 years, he decided entrepreneurship was also for him. Now, you can either kick your business up a notch by choice, or you can wait for a circumstance to change and force you to make the changes. As a child, we never went on a vacation, except when we visited relatives once a month. My father was the visionary. One day, he came home and told us we were going on a vacation. How exciting! I was 11, my sisters were 14 and 8. He explained we were going on a 6-week vacation. Can you imagine? 1 week crossing in an ocean liner, the ocean. The second week, cruise through the fjords of Norway. Third and fourth week in Bergen, Oslo, and surrounding towns where he grew up as a young boy. The fifth week, a train ride through Sweden and a stay in Copenhagen. And the last week, crossing the ocean back to New York. Can you imagine what that cost in 1960? I can't even imagine. This trip changed my life. It created an aspiration to travel and a desire to do the same for my family. I set my sights at taking my family on a 2-week trip abroad. My Mary Kay money was going to pay for it all. The bonus, cash bonus at $500,000, Unit Club was $3,750, and within 3 years, I knew I would have the money to go. By working towards this goal, I won our first Mary Kay trip to Munich, Germany. Mary Kay had just opened in Germany, and one of my offspring director's sister joined. My senior director and I went in early to recognize all these pioneering women who were in the foundation of Mary Kay Germany. In the process, we stayed with a German family who had 2 boys. They invited us back the following year to host our family for a week of our 2-week vacation abroad in Germany and Scotland. Because of this relationship that developed, my son went and stayed with them for 6 weeks. Their oldest son stayed with our family for 6 weeks. Their second son came for 2 weeks with 10 classmates to go to our local high school. What memories we made, and another dream of travel and of our family experiencing other cultures was fulfilled. Who would have thought this was packed in my starter kit? Since then, we have won 18 and really 20 additional Mary Kay trips all around the world. I want you to walk with me if you love travel. How many of you love travel? Perfect, great. I want you to walk with me. We have seen the Mona Lisa. We've climbed the Eiffel Tower. We've walked the streets of Rome where the gladiators fought in the Colosseum. We've seen the Statue of David in Florence, swam in the oceans and enjoyed the beaches in Maui, raced in BMWs in a road rally experiencing the beauty of Bavaria, have seen Big Ben and Buckingham Palace in London, walked the Great Wall of China, dined in the National Museum of Edinburgh, where our husbands wore Scottish kilts and us wives wore matching tartan shawls. We've enjoyed the beauty and simplicity of living in Santorini, Greece. We've walked the streets of Ephesus, where Paul the Apostle walked, and relaxed on the beaches of Crete and Costa del Sol. Can you imagine? I could go on and on about the memories we have made, but also there are friends and relationships we've made along the way. Shopping all around the world with girlfriends, priceless. This year, we're headed to Venice and Rome, and I'm still married to that wonderful man that allows me to fly. Thank you. He's home closing his office and will be officially retired when I return home. And we're extending our trip to Switzerland in celebration of his retirement. What an incredible life, and what an incredible star team for your absolute consistent level of excellence. Lasting dreams are possible in Mary Kay when you marry vision, passion, integrity with an unwavering work ethic. Leaders love to win. While you're here or on the plane home, begin your journey to your dreams by creating a list of everything you want in your life in the next year, 5 years, 10, 20, and more. Dream big, not small. Dream big. Compete with yourself to grow yourself each month. Get booked up while you're here so your journey of success can begin as soon as you get home. Set up your life with visual accomplishments around you so you never question your ability or your possibility. Come join me. Let's live and embrace our dream life.
Ladies and gentlemen, please give a standing ovation to your number 2 sales director, independent, future executive, senior sales director, Randi Stevens.